Hey man, what it is? This is Dean, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. You should see a picture of Malcolm X. If you don't, that is not me. There go to Cash App, $ Dean by any means. I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all already know. I don't care if you send me 50 cents, $2, $10, $100. It is much, much appreciated. Bob Arum is killing this sport of boxing that we love so much. And I'm gonna keep my foot on this old man neck until he is out of here. And I hate, you gotta respect your elders. What you gonna do when you become the Rougarou? You gotta accept respect your elders. But this elder is out of pocket. Old head gotta go about his business, dog. Old head so bad for the sport. He got a generational talent in Shakur Stevenson wanting to retire. I told y'all he need to get up out of here. Didn't I tell y'all that Gervontadavis ain't fighting the best because Bob Arum won't let it happen? Bob Arum has the belts over there. Bob Arum is not letting that happen. He wants his money. Bob Arum don't care nothing about these fighters, about their life, about where they come from, about what they bring to the table. None of that means nothing if he's not getting his money on the back end. And I hope y'all could come to me and apologize to me now because I told y'all this. But y'all keep running with the same arguments. What you going to say now? Shakur Stevenson's so frustrated about what is happening with his career that he'd rather retire. Calvin Johnson with the Detroit Lions. This is what's going on with the sport we love because we got greedy promoters. Bob Arum, who's been killing the sport since the 60s, 70s. It's just that it wasn't the same platforms out then to talk about it and express it. And I think that a lot of boxers back then had a lot much more heart as far as standing up for themselves and making sure. Like Bob Arum wasn't trying these type of things on Muhammad Ali because he know Muhammad Ali wouldn't go for it. It's Bob Arum's job to give us the best fights, not to just worry about his promotional company. But that's what he's going to do because in his eyes, if it's not making us money, it don't mean nothing, but not understanding that you can make more money by being willing to put on other big fights because then that makes things when things are favorable in your situation, the other promotional companies will be willing to work with you. See, it works both ways. When you got the A-side fighter, you know what Al Heyman is say that. Well, he did bring Lomachenko and Shakur over here to fight Tank. So, if Abdullah Mason become, one of the faces of boxing, then I don't have no problem sending certain people over there to fight him that may be good competition for him. See, one hand washes the other. It's the reason why Bob Arum, it's the reason why Al Heyman lets his fighters go elsewhere to fight. They'll still be with the PBC, but they'll fight over there, even though he may be able to get a little bit of money off of that. The reason why Bob don't care about that, because as long as his fighter is number one, the A side, he's going to take most of that split. It's not that Bob Arum is not willing to do work with other promotional companies, that he's not willing to work with you when his fighter is not the A side. And I told y'all this. Do y'all want to know what's wrong with boxing? Bob Arum is what's wrong with boxing. These greedy promotional companies is what's wrong with boxing. Because it's not that they're not going to make money, y'all. They just want to make the maximum amount of money off of every fight that they put up. And if it's off a guy, if they could, like I said, if they could feed a guy to somebody that they don't think going to be that big of a star anyway, they will do that. Or a guy that's older in age, but while you are in your prime and one of the top fighters, you will not fight at another promotional company ever. Shakur Stevenson is so frustrated with what Bob Arum is doing with his career that he is sitting up there talking about retiring, even though I don't believe him, but that's how frustrated he is. And y'all don't think that that's a problem in the sport. One of the most popular fighters in the sport, one of the most talented fighters that we have seen in the last 20 to 30 years. He is so frustrated at 26 years old that he is talking about leaving the sport that we love because what one man is doing. And I literally know there's no other reason he would be doing this. Teofimo Lopez complained about the same thing, y'all, just in case you didn't know. Like, he don't have one happy fighter over there. The only happy fighter that he has over there is Lomachenko, because Lomachenko is basically like his child. They have a better relationship. And if you notice, Lomachenko don't go fight nowhere else neither. I'm just telling y'all, man. Like this is what's the reason why that Devin Haney fight would happen is because Devin Haney was willing to come over there. If he would have went to if he would have done anything else, went to PBC or whatever, Devin Haney would have not got that fight. Bob Arum is old. He's an old man, and not just being an old white man, but an old man. Period. Be stuck in their ways. But old Caucasian men definitely going to be stuck in their ways because he's been had the money. He's been had the power in his head. He feel like he's Gervonta Davis of boxing. He don't have to concede to anybody because he got his money's longer than everybody's, and he's been doing it longer than everybody. That don't make it right, though. That don't make it right, not even a little bit, y'all. And we sat back and let this happen. Yes, we did, because not enough people want to talk about it. Y'all want to put it on the boxers and say the boxers is ducking everybody. And then when we tell y'all about the promotional companies, like, well, yeah, we know that, but we still want to see the best fights. Well, if you want to see the best fights, then somebody need to go talk to Bob Arum, because other than that, you won't get the best fights. And I hate that y'all stupid boxing fans out here can't see that the boxers run nothing. The networks and the promoters run it. There's only one boxer there's only two boxers in the whole sport of boxing that they just don't dictate to. And even they don't have the power truly. They just have more power than everybody else. And that's Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez. Because they have the power of, I can make you the most money that you can make on your platform, so don't upset me. No different than the Connect is not going to upset his highest earner. The other guys, he may be much more on them about them owing them money or having his money back at a certain time. But his highest earner, it's cool, bro. Get it to me when you can. You see the difference? We sat back and let Bob Arum for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years ruin our sport. We wonder why the heavyweight division ain't where it's at. We wonder why boxing had a 10-year lull where nobody cared about the sport for real. If it wasn't Floyd Mayweather's or Canelo Alvarez, nobody cared. And it's because of people like Bob Arum. Look at all the top fighters that have gotten away from Bob Arum, Devin Haney included. Look how many top fighters have left Bob Arum. Floyd left. Terrence Crawford left. Devin Haney left. Do I need to say more? They all left for the same reason. Bud didn't even realize it till later in his career. Bud could have been way further than he was if he would have realized this when he was 30, when he was 31. When he was 28, if he would have learned that then, he would have been in a way further position than he is now. But we keep letting these guys come in here and be controversial off of our sport, not giving us what we want, and then y'all concede to it, and it makes them think that they can continue to do the same things. I've been told y'all Bob Arum is hurting the sport. Do you believe me now? Is all I want to know. Do you believe me now? When I kept telling y'all, you're not going to see Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. Stop asking for it to fight Gervonta Davis. It's not going to happen. Bob told y'all last year where he stood on that. And y'all just keep ignoring the man. Well, are you ignoring him anymore? Because he stood on it so hard. I know he told Shakur Stevenson he's not making a certain fight that made Shakur Stevenson this mad. Because what else would he be mad for? There's literally nothing else he could be mad about. And then anyway, it wouldn't be nobody else's responsibility to make the fight happen but Bob. So even if he was mad at another fighter, he still have to go through Bob to make that happen. He's not mad. He's not retiring because he think he's not. Oh, he's old and he ain't got it. He's talking about retiring because he is frustrated. At who? For why? Fighting on Thursdays and not being able to get a Tank Davis fight is probably, to me, why he. And then you give a title shot to somebody else for Navarrete instead of him. Nah. He's not going for it. Like, just for it on Thursday. You telling me I can't fight Tank, and then now you're not giving me the Navarrete fight or the Loma fight? I would be frustrated too. That's all Bob's decision, because we could have been, hey, y'all know we could have got Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson coming up, right? Instead of him fighting Kambosos. Y'all understand that could have easily happened. So to me, it's like it's on a spiteful type time, because it's no way Bob thinks that Loma and Kambosos is going to make more money than Loma and Shakur Stevenson. It just wouldn't. Nobody cares about Kambosos. Literally. Get this old ass man out of the sport. Until then, we're not going to get all the fights that we want. Y'all can stop asking about it. We can pick something else to talk about. Y'all haven't proven me wrong yet on this YouTube. I'm still waiting for somebody to do it. Y'all know what this is, man. Deem by any means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App. $Deem by any means. Y'all get at me. Have a beautiful day. I holla.